Okay, welcome. Welcome, everyone. We are so excited to be launching our first virtual event by Alpha Women Alpha Universe project. This special event is dedicated for everyone, for all women who already have their own business, who are starting their business recently, or they want to change their life and seize an opportunity. And we are so happy to have among us successful women who shine in their field and who already are willing tonight to share values with us. But first, I would like to introduce to you what is Alpha Woman and what is our vision, what is our mission, and this by starting to introduce to you myself, by telling you about my story briefly. My name is Eliane Ghanem. At the end of 2019, my life radically changed because the economic crisis hit my country. So I won, by chance, a workshop called How to Deal with the Financial Crisis on a Personal Level. And I met Abdallah Harfoush. I immediately learned that I need to have an online business so I could have an income in USD. But of course, I have an experience more than 10 years in the banking sector. Online business already is strange for me. I followed Abdallah Harfoush on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, everywhere. And I learned that he already teaches about Forex trading, how to trade in the financial markets. So I enrolled and I learned this new online business that is international and totally brand new for me. I discovered that Forex trading is for everyone. It doesn't matter to which background you belong, and the age is irrelevant. It is science. You can start from small capital. You can do it anytime, anywhere. It's flexible. It's very liquid. I started to learn it, but it was happening during 2020. In addition to the economic crisis that you were enduring, we were also having the corona that hit worldwide and made everything becoming online, even the learning, which was difficult also for me because I'm used to learn within a classroom, a conference room, to meet people and to be physically present. In addition to this, I was going through difficult times in my relationship. And this really didn't help me to be more aligned with myself and to be grounded and connected. By end of 2020, I took a step back from everything. In March 2021, I came back to the Forex trading because I knew that this online business is meant for me. By end of 2021, we started with the Alpha Universe project. And here, in addition to the Forex trading, I also started the social selling that is I learned how to become an entrepreneur and also how to build teams. I had the chance in 2021 to travel many countries and to be part of international events. I went to Dubai, to Jordan, to Egypt, and to Turkey. I met different people from different countries, and I built teams worldwide in Africa, in Kuwait, in Amman, in KSA, in Turkey, in Cyprus, in USA, and in Lebanon, of course. And by end of 2022, I left my corporate job and I'm fully dedicated to both my online businesses. And slowly, I got more clarity about my mission. And I had the chance to start the Alpha Woman, of course, because we want to help women to create money out of money. And also we want to remind women about the freedom of choice that money can provide. And because we women, we love to collaborate, I had an amazing chance and the privilege to co-found with Lama Al-Kuba, Alpha Woman. I always say that this amazing woman is a dangerous woman, and now you will hear also her story about
Thank you.
Lama. Please, Lama.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank you for attending tonight our webinar. And thank you, Eliane, for this introduction. My name is Lama Al-Kuba. I am from Lebanon. I'm resident here in Dubai. A year ago today, like today, I came here to Dubai because I wanted to change my life. And that's what happened. Before being having an online business, I used to work in the banking sector. I worked for 7 years in the banking sector, but I didn't find myself being an employee. So I quit my job and I was searching for a business of my own. And after 2 years of being unemployed, especially after the pandemic that happened in the 2020, I was like searching. I needed to have my business, my own business. I needed to be free, to have this financial freedom, this time freedom and flexibility of time and place. That is why I was searching for a business that can suit my needs. So the online business was the perfect business to do so. But I was searching for what type of online business that I should have. And I met Abdallah Harfoush. He is the founder of the Alpha Universe Project, and our community, the Alpha Woman, is under the Alpha Universe Project. And I knew he was a Forex trader, and I learned about the financial market with him. And as you were saying also, Eliane, it is science. It is about technical analysis where you will understand and learn. And that was I was searching for, to work smart, not hard, to find this time freedom, this flexibility, the financial freedom, and everything related to the online business. And I found it in the financial market. I also learned and improved my leadership skills in order to build a team and build an online business through the social selling. And I was able also to travel to multiple countries. And I also have a team in India and Lebanon and here in Dubai also. And I'm very happy and proud of myself through all the achievements and everything that we went through. It is amazing what we have. So this is why we wanted to share, Eliane and I, our experience. So we started this year the Alpha Woman in order to help other women also to do so. So Eliane, if you can tell us more about the vision of Alpha Woman.
Yes. With time, after year and a half at Alpha Universe Project and the Forex trading as well, we realized that women, we would like to collaborate together and to support each others. This is why we founded the Alpha Woman together. The purpose is to create a place, a safe space of collaboration to help women worldwide, because it is international, to grow their entrepreneurship skills, their leadership skills, along with acquiring and spreading financial and investment education. Because we discovered and we realized that women should be financially independent. And for this, they need to have the right education and the right supportive group of like-minded people. And you can see, Lama, can you tell us more about our mission?
Of course. So that's why our mission here is to empower women so she will be able to create the life that she wants for herself and for her family, for her loved ones. We want to help women to be financially independent and also have this freedom of choice. So our mission is implemented through the 4 wheels of life, which are the wealth, health, beliefs, and relationships. When we talk about wealth as Alpha Woman, an Alpha Woman can have her online business. She can start with a small capital. And we all know that the online business doesn't have a lot of expenses, which is good as a start for women, especially if they want to start their business. And she will also have this flexibility of time and place. Plus, she will be surrounded by a community that everyone will be helping her, will be guiding her through her time, through her learning process. And also, she will be able also to, if she wanted, it is optional, the social selling part, I mean. She will also learn the leadership skills in order to lead her team. and she will also learn how to have her to build an online business also. And that is why also tonight we will introduce to you women who succeeded in their entrepreneurial journey and in online business also. We will host Raan Abbas, Lubna Sabah, and Angela Quintero, and they will share with us their experience and their stories. As for the health part, we care a lot about the physical and mental health for women. And that is why also we will introduce to you tonight women that will also share their experiences, such as Nadine Abdelnour. She will talk about the physical health for women. And also Rani Thompson, she will talk about mental health. And tell us, Eliane,
Yes.
about the other part.
The third and the fourth wheel, as you can all see, are related to beliefs and relationship. Because it's very important when you go into any business to work on your belief system. And this starts by learning more about yourself and to be more aligned and authentic with yourself. And slowly unlearn any old limiting beliefs that stops every person from moving forward whenever they wish to start something new in their lives. And also about relationships, starting a good relationship with oneself that will be reflected positively to others as well. And this will be discussed tonight with Rani Thompson. So this is for the four wheel of lives, because there is something important. To be successful, you have to be balanced, these four aspects. And at Alpha Woman here, we really want to offer these four aspects to every woman. And it is a place where it is mentioned down there that it is a place where women support each other to go even far and far, because today and this year and the coming years, women, it is your time to expand.
Exactly. Okay, so
we will have
yes.
We will have around
our first speaker.
Minutes. Yes. We will have 5 minutes break, and we will start with our first speaker, with Raan Abbas. She is a pioneer woman in the field of high tech, and she will tell us more how to empower women in the video games and the new technology.
best morning routine for manifesting more money is an alpha meditative practice. You may be wondering what that is. It is a was able to win any competition she took part in. She was known as the contest queen because she had won 7 trips to Paris, boats, houses. She would
Okay. Thank you for your patience. So I'm excited to introduce to you Ran Abbas. Few years ago, let me tell you that few years ago, I joined a group of fantastic runners because I wanted to learn, I wanted to have more endurance in running, and my physical fitness was very limited. And if I wanted to run all by myself, I was really very soft with myself, so I couldn't go more than 1 kilometer. And I joined this fantastic group of runners because I believe that when you are among a community of positive people and like-minded people, you can go far, and this is what happened. Not only I was able to run 21 semi-marathon, I met also amazing persons, and one of them was Ran Abbas. I got to know her more and more. I discovered that she is one of the first female game designers in the Middle East, and the first to be a founder of a video games company. So she has the combination between being an artist and an entrepreneur at the same time. She is the CEO and the co-founder of Vixel Studios, the first independent gaming company in Lebanon and in the MENA region. And we all know that the gaming industry was always known to be exclusive for men only. She is also the founder and the managing partner of Spikatech, one of the few gaming academies in the region. Ran Abbas was not only an entrepreneur, she was also a mother. And every time she was going from a project to another, she was pregnant, and she will share her story with us. Abbas's work has been recognized around the world, and she has won many awards. Mainly, Inc.com World's 5 Most Powerful Women in Gaming, and this in 2013. MENA region winner in the Cartier's Women Initiative Awards of 2019. She was featured in Forbes in 2019 and was a TEDx Beirut speaker in 2011. And as I told you before, what really astonished me is that she was able to achieve all this while being pregnant and also already a mother. And all this in the gaming world that is known to be exclusive only for men. So let us all welcome Ran.
Thank you. Hi. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Ran. First, thank you for joining us in this virtual event despite your overloaded schedule.
Sure.
Waiting for you.
I'm excited to be with you. So I'm checking I was checking the participants, the attendees. It's really exciting to have everyone here. So I'm so excited to share all my journey, whatever you want to share.
Ran, I'm looking forward to hear more why you decided to start your journey in the gaming industry as entrepreneur and how you started it.
So it's a long story. Hello, everyone. Actually, I worked for 6 years with Digipan and Nintendo in the gaming industry. I started as visual artist. And after my graduation from my master's in visual arts from Alba, first I worked with Warner Brothers, and then from my work with Warner Brothers and all animation, I did everything. I was also recruited with Digipan and Nintendo. So this is how I started my journey. Like I said, as a visual artist first, and then with time, I was really open to learn everything about the gaming. I want to learn the game design, the experience, development, all this. So with time, I really worked on really big projects with Digipan for Microsoft, Boeing, and also some games in Nintendo. So all this experience for 6 years, it was not enough for me. So that's why in 2007, I started my entrepreneurship journey.
And what were the struggles? What challenges you faced? Because you were always in the corporate world. Of course, you were in the gaming industry. You were passionate about it. You were learning a lot. But what happened so that you choose to shift from belonging to a company to start your own journey?
Yes, it was a really big risk. Everyone was telling me why you did that. So you had really a big job and like secure job, touring the world, doing all these travels, going between US and Lebanon. For me, I wanted to really produce games that can talk about my culture, or do games that can change at least my reality as a Lebanese person. So for me, doing games that can change reality, can really educate people, talk again about my culture, and to do these games to be appeal for the whole world, it was a challenge for me, and I want to do that. Yes, I took a really big risk, because really to go from a really great secure job to be an entrepreneur, it's really like unknown. But for me, I took the challenge because my goal and my goal to really create games can educate again our youth. Because for me, I live in a country where still, you know, controlled by like these zu'ama, if you want, these leaders.
Yes.
Still controlled. Yeah, they tell them what to do, how to beat each others, you know, to do wars, to be controlled by their religion, everything. So that's why before I start my first company, Wix Studios, I created a game called Duma. Duma means puppets. This game, it was really an underground game. So we did it after, at like start 6 p.m., let's say, for 2 months. We did it, some of the team, we were working with the Japan. We wanted to do this game to really change this reality. And it was a really fun game. It was street fight game between the politicians. And not only, it was street fight game, again, online game, but the really creative part that we created a scoring system where if you play with, let's say, this leader or the other leader, you can get points, and your leader will be number 1 or 2 or 3. So this we created this system to motivate people to play the game and really to shift this reality, because in this game people were in control and these leaders or these politicians were the puppets. And really it was a huge success. Millions of people played this game, and it was online, so we didn't have, it wasn't social media, it wasn't booming, so it's only a game, you know, an online game, but it was a huge success because of the content, the graphics, the message behind it. So all over the world, Lebanese people were playing this game, and for them, really, it was changing. And all these studies done, all this press talking about this game because of the success, and because I want really to. It was a proof that I can do games, can change our reality. I decided, me and Ziad and Karim back then, to start this company, Wix Studios, and from Lebanon. It was one of the first gaming in the MENA region, and we started to do games similar to Duma, like games like talk about our culture, our food, political games, and all these games were really successful. And also, as a business development, we started really also to think how we will do revenues and to live from this company. And from the research, we started to awareness about advert games, and this is the journey started as, you know, business development, to have clients like Red Bull, Ferrari, Heineken, Jazeera, beIN Sports. All these 4 years we were doing advert games for them, and solutions like real-time access to simulation, all this.
But Ran, the video gaming is, as I said before, is exclusive for men. When I hear video game and development, I don't see women. How you faced this, and how you faced this step by step, and what was the how can I say, reaction of your surrounding, even your team, or maybe the people you were doing the business with, how it went?
Yeah, it was, you know, I didn't notice this at the beginning when I was working with the Japan, because yeah, I think we were 2 females among like 30 developers and designers. Yeah, I noticed that, but I didn't focus on that with time. And but I discovered year after year that we are really few. And really how I discovered that we are few in this industry till now, the first you know, award I won, it was Inc.com. It's really a big platform, really like a huge platform. I was selected, and I knew by mistake that I was selected one of the top 5 powerful women in gaming. So it was by mistake. Someone told me, come see the top 5 powerful women, 5 in the world, and they select this after, I think, every 100 years. So I told him, why? I want to see, I want to, you know, to meet these 5 women. I want to know about these 5 women in gaming. The surprise was I was one of them. And here started my questions. Why we are few? Why they are putting me in a category like women in gaming? Why I'm like selected in a one species? Females. Why this? So I started my research, and because of the research, I noticed also that my journey was not easy, because I started to remember that yes, I was like one female over like 30 developers. They didn't notice me with time. So, but my hard work really shined on me, or like the light was shining on me because of my hard work, the games I did, the learning I was like open to learn, all these skills. I cried overnight to learn development, design, the experience, all these, that because it's really a big industry. And also, I remember that my journey as an entrepreneur, when I started Wix Studios 2008 after Duma game, immediately after 3 months, I got pregnant. So I had to learn how to be a mother and an entrepreneur at the same time. It was really hard, especially that I had all the time to prove to my partners that I'm not sick. I'm pregnant, but I will not stop. So I had to do double job. Yeah, you know, I know I'm pregnant, but I have to work like 24 hours. No, I don't have any pain, but I was in pain. Don't worry, I'm not sick, but I was really in pain and tired, sleep all the time. But I had to do double effort to show them that I can do it. Don't panic. And yes, I noticed that, yes, there's double effort. I have to show more power and more, you know, abilities to be like to play these two roles. And this award, top 5 women, I started to think to ask why we are putting us in a category. I can like compete with any species. For me, man, women, any species. For me, I can compete with anyone. It's not like between women or men. But yeah, I discovered that we are less than 11% of this industry all over the world. And for me, it was really, I was surprised. And for me, I wanted to change this number. And since then, it was one of my missions really to lift this number. And from my talks, from my work, from my workshop, from my travels all over the world, public speaking panels, I'm trying since then also to boost women, girls into gaming through education, like I said, or training, to work with NGOs personally or my companies.
You always try to shift reality. Always. Even as a pregnant woman, you didn't want them to question your power, your presence, your dedication, and everything.
No.
How were you able to navigate what a pregnant woman can go through? How were you able to navigate these challenging moments, the health, the feelings, the endurance, the changes in your body, and at the same time manage a team and focus on your goals and succeed? What can you tell to pregnant women who are scared to start their own business or scared to do a shift in their life because of their pregnancy, which is something beautiful and amazing?
For me, I like the question. I love this question. For me, as a human, I can do whatever I want, especially females or women. We can do whatever we want. Don't listen to anyone. Really, I don't read from my, since I was a kid, I don't listen to anyone anyway. I don't listen to anyone. For me, if I want to do something, I will do it. And this mindset helped me all the time because, you know, the society till now, they are trying to shape me. They're trying to put me in space, to tag me, to put me in really specific places.
Nice.
So till now, with all that, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I have 2 companies. I teach 4 universities, public speaker, advisor, whatever. All these things I do. Till now, the society around me, they are still telling me that you do this, not do this. You are a mother. You can do this. So for them, because I'm a woman, I'm not educated. For them, I'm shifting my, you know, my focus from my family to my work. But if a man doing what I'm doing, oh, how dedicated he is, how he's strong. So for me, I don't listen to all this. I don't care. You can do whatever you want. You can be a CEO, entrepreneur, at the same time a mother, a wife if you want. You can be not a wife, whatever you want. No one can tell you if you get married or not. No one can tell you if you can have kids or not. No one can tell you what to wear, what to eat. No one. We do whatever we want and we can succeed. And this is what I'm teaching my kids. I have 2 girls and 1 boy. I have to educate the boy also, not only my girls, because you know, the media is already, you know, changing my boy's mind. He started to say things like, women, do me a sandwich for my other girl. So my girls told me, hey, brother told us this, we don't accept this, because I'm a model for them. I'm a role model for them, because they see me, I do a lot of things. It's not our job to cook for any man or anybody. But you know, I didn't talk to my girls. I had to talk to my boy. I told him, you have an example in front of you. So I'm what for you? I'm CEO in gaming. I'm an entrepreneur. I design, I create, I teach, I take you with me to university. You travel sometimes with me. He's 13. How do you accept the media to manipulate your brain and to let you talk to your sisters like this? For him, when I started to talk to him, really his mindset changed. He apologized for me, for his sisters, and he till now, yeah, now he's another person. He respects his sisters and all genders and himself. So really, we have to educate not only our girls, not only telling our girls you can do whatever you want. Yes, you have to tell them you can do whatever you want, any job, any title, any skill. It's you're a human, like boys. But also we have to talk to our boys, because media is really shaping their brain. My boy, who's living with me, already he was like starting to damage, the media started damaging him. So we have to all the time talk to boys also, so the media will not change their mind. So really we have to change media, toys, books in schools. Books still like putting us in a category or in a kitchen or really in specific jobs. And also still now, like, you know, like the father is the product of, he goes to work and all this. We have to change everything around us. And this is what I'm doing. I'm trying with the years to change everything around me, not only in Lebanon or the region. Till now, I was invited in UK, I was invited in Sweden, I was in Finland, in Berlin, US,
Japan, I remember.
to boost girls and women, and to also Japan, especially in Japan. So I had like 800 students in one university, like teenager girls, 800, and they were waiting for me to save them with my talk. They invite me from here to Japan to really boost their girls and women to technology and games and entrepreneurship, to give them boost, to tell them you can do whatever you want. So this is a global thing, not only here in region or Lebanon. So through this panel, like you were doing tonight, it's amazing. And all the panels, all the talks that we have to be involved as women, we can change, and we are changing. It started to change a little bit. So yes, you know, we have to start to educate, to talk to other, to men, to parents, also to mothers. Mothers are also a big problem, because because they were raised like this, and they are raising their girls and boys like this. So we have to educate everyone around us, to schools, again, panels, universities. Me personally, because I teach in universities, I'm trying also to do this, not only teach them physics, art, all this. Also, I'm trying to change them, to educate them, that to make their mindset bigger, so they understand they can do whatever they want, and they don't listen to anyone.
So you are using your skills and your, how can I say, your talent in video gaming to shift reality, but also to shift mindset from an old system that is no longer serving us and serving humanity, to a better system, to a better, to be simply better human beings, treating each other's just with respect, and to give women and men the same place. Of course, we have different energies, but through your platform, awareness is needed continuously, and the shift is happening clearly. The challenge was for you as an entrepreneur, as a woman, and especially as mothers. But now with Vixel Studios booming and competing worldwide and changing everywhere, what are your future plans for Vixel Studios?
I have Vixel Studios and Speakattack. Speakattack, I can really use it more, because Speakattack is a gaming academy. So, and also it's already scaled in the region. So for me, Speakattack, the games we're doing in Vixel Studios, already we started to do this awareness, you know, to shift realities in Vixel Studios, but especially in Speakattack, the academy that I founded in 2018. This academy, it's a gaming academy. I'm trying through this academy, the education, not only the gaming courses, my work the academy work with NGOs, like I said, platforms, different countries in the region. Now also we will have 200 girls. They will have free courses in game design, game development. So working with NGOs, like I said, platforms, governments, to help girls, women into technology, because it's not only like, it's not the courses, like not only the course in game design, game development, it's you are really teach them problem solving, creative thinking, critical thinking, and also through this creating their reality, a different reality through these games. You are powering them, powering these girls and these women to create their own realities through creating these games. In this academy, yes, we teach boys, girls, men, women, but also, again, I'm using this platform, Spikatech, the gaming academy, to also, again, work with governments and businesses and NGOs to boost and power girls through the gaming education.
I have a question that I'm sure that many women here would like to listen from you. What advice can you give them if they want to grow their business, if they want to change their career, if they want, I don't know, to change everything in their lives? What advice can you give them? I know there are many.
It's a big responsibility to advise. Really, I mean, it is a responsibility, but there's a lot of advice, personal or like career-wise. Like I said before, first advice is really focus on your goals, on your dreams. Nothing is impossible, and you have a lot of obstacles, again, from your society, from your family. They will tell you that you can do this, you can do this, you are a girl, you are a man, whatever. Don't listen to all these negative or these obstacles, because words sometimes really can be obstacle. Don't listen to anyone. You can really do whatever you want, and also be creative in any field. So you were like in technology and business, entrepreneurship, nature, fashion, whatever you want in any field. Creativity is one of the keys to really do and create, achieve your goals. Focus on your goals, focus on your creativity, focus really on your roadmap. And it's not la vie en rose. You will have a lot of challenges, but these challenges can really help you to have like better skills, like in games, and to really learn more, so you can really face bigger challenges. So don't listen to anyone, and you can do whatever you want. You can be in different things at the same time. Just listen to positive feedback and not the negative feedback.
Amazing. This is what I experienced as well during my journey as entrepreneur. Every time I'm facing an obstacle, I know that I have to go back and not only be creative, but work on my skills. There's always something missing that I need to learn, something that needs more skills, more improvement, more enhancement, because being an entrepreneur requires to always learning and to believe, to have self-growth continuously. It never stops indeed. Now, I would like to know from you, in order to reward the audience here, what do you like to offer in order to encourage them more, to help them improve their skills or to become better in their business, in their career? Is there anything you would like to offer to them?
Like you were saying now, it's not only entrepreneurship. In anything, you want to be independent creator or technology in any field, in any industry, you have to be creative and you have to be open to learn. I think this is what you were talking about. Yes, we have to be open to learn every day. We can't say like, I know everything. No, every day, me personally, I learn something. Even from teaching, I learn. Okay, so there's something I can give away as through education. There's something called engagement theory. This education, not a lot of people, like rare on this planet, rare people, they know the full theory of engagement theory. This theory really can help you in any product you're doing, like in media or even entrepreneur presentation, pitch, movie, book, anything you're doing creative this theory can help you do this product or this medium engaging. It's based on psychology, based on the audience, the dynamics, the engagement curves. It's really big in theory. But once you learn this theory, you can do whatever you're doing, it will be engaging. So the audience will be in the flow engaged. So for me, this is expensive education, engagement theory. I can give it as for free as a gift from me. So it will be like free session for 6 females. Okay, girls or women can take this session with me for free. And for me, really, it is important information. This theory can really change your mindset, your creativity, the way you see things, the way you creative things, the way you talk. So everything you do will be engaging. So this is my gift, a free session for 6 girls or females or both to do it together.
Thank you, Ren, for this offer, because education is needed all the time. And you said something very powerful, to be always open to learn. I'm always grateful for everything I learned. I mean, I have 18 years of banking experience, but when I started, I decided to learn about Forex trading. Like I know nothing. I totally know nothing from zero, from scratch. When I also started the social selling, I told Abdullah, I know nothing. I want to learn from scratch. 18 years, forget about them. I'm grateful. Thank you for what you gave me. I'm starting. And it shifted. It changed my life. So thank you for this engagement theory. Because like you said, and like you always focus in your mission to shift reality is to start by education. So if you want to follow Ran, please, you can follow her on her Instagram. It's at Ran Abbas. I will write it in the chat. Ran, I want to tell you thank you for joining us, for dropping these valuable information, for the encouragement, and for your mission that is really hard, but it's amazing. And of course, you can use the promo code Alpha Woman 2023. Thank you, Ran. I know you have a busy schedule. Thank you, and thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye. Bye. Okay, so we will have break of 5 minutes, and then we will start again, and we will continue with Lama Alquba and our next female speaker, Angela Quintero, to talk about women's empowerment through latest technology like NFT. We will see you in a few minutes. Stay with us for coming surprises with our guests.
advertising on YouTube, I catch the eye of my ideal customers at the right time.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Tonight, I have a special guest for you. I met her at the Global Women Event Club in Dubai. She was a speaker there. I was very inspired by her story. She is an advocate for empowering women, and she was also inspired by her own mother in helping people. She is the co-founder of Women Unite, the first human NFT project. Her journey has taken her from facing financial struggles to closing six-figure deals and helping millions of women to achieve wealth and freedom. Let us all welcome Angela Quintero from Colombia. Hello, Angela.
Hi, Lama. Hello, everybody.
How are you?
Thanks for having me today.
I'm very happy to have you here with us tonight. Tell me, Angela, why you decided to start your journey in the NFT world as an entrepreneur, and how did you started it?
Yes, thank you. Well, first of all, thank you everybody for tuning in today. I see a few holas in Spanish with, I believe there's some Spanish speaking here. Can I ask a question to the audience? Will that be okay, Lama?
Of course.
Yeah,
Yes, of course.
can I just know where everybody is tuning in from? I would like to know where is everybody tuning in from. I just arrived from UK to Dubai, so I'm getting to know a little bit of everybody's culture. So where is everybody tuning in from? I see Lebanon, Miami, Lebanon, very good. Well, nice meeting you, Trinidad, very good. I see somebody familiar, Ale, nice seeing you here, my dear. Lebanon, beautiful. So India, I have a lot of my community is from India, support from the Oman. Hello, my dear Fatman. Lebanon, in Abu Dhabi, hola, Ale, Saudi. So thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in today. This is an amazing opportunity, and thank you so much for you, Lama, for seeing something in me to help this beautiful woman. What you guys are doing here is amazing in the Alpha University project. I see you guys
Thank
are
you.
doing so good, and I believe we are so aligned because we are in the same mission. We are helping women to
Exactly.
achieve abundance, and not with degrading men or any kind, but just supporting each other in this space. And when we started this NFT project or the entrepreneur world, for me, it kind of started out of a blessing. I didn't really plan it. How many of you here have ever had something in your life that it just happened to you? Type me in the chat if this is something that it has happened to you at any point in life, right? Life just happens to us sometimes, and there's opportunities that come on our way, and is whether we decide to say yes to these opportunities, just like how you decided today to join this call, just how I decided to say yes, I would like to come into this space and share my energies with all of you here today. So how it started, by blessings. It started by I remember, how many of you here have ever had conversations in the kitchen with your family or your friends, and you say, hey, it should be, what if we do this? How many of you have ever had that before? Give me me in the chat if you ever have been in a situation before where an idea just comes to you and you don't even know where that idea is coming from, right? I see some of me saying, so it kind of started like this. The entrepreneur world, it came into what we call NFTs. I just want to ask, anybody here are familiar with NFTs? If you are familiar, just give me a yes inside the chat. So I know who I can. Very good. Anybody who do not know anything about NFTs, I know you guys are a lot into different other technologies. If you do know anything about NFTs, give me a no, so I know how to answer my questions and give you the best information today. Okay, beautiful. So I see a couple no's. So for those of you who do not know what is an NFT, maybe you would like to write this down so you can take away some information today with you, is what is considered a non-fungible token. What is a non-fungible token? Is a digital asset. A lot of the time we might speak about assets, we might be speaking about real estate or a house or a car or something that you can consider an asset that you can sell and get money back, right? That is the same thing. It's a digital asset. The only difference between a house or an NFT is that you will be you will be investing a little bit less than what you would invest for a house, but that at the same time, you can even make thousands and thousands of dollars with a little bit amount of money. And I'm sure most of you know the benefit of that one is investing low and profiting high. So my journey started out of blessings, but it's been such a good blessing. And basically we started because of the same mission that Llama and Alpha Woman is here, is to help women, is to empower women. Our NFT project is called Women Unite. We represent photography, we represent empowerment, and we represent the divine feminine energy. I mean, most of us are women here. I see some men as well, but we represent these three things. But before we move on in the other question, is it okay if I explain a little bit in depth why people buy these things? Is that okay with everybody?
Yes, of course.
Okay, beautiful. So there's three things why people buy NFTs, and make sure to write this down so you understand a little bit better when we finish this session with me. So the first thing is people like to flex, FLEX. People like to flex. Now let me ask you a question. How many of you have ever collected something in your life? If you have ever collected something in your life, type it in the chat. What have you collected? Whether it be cars, whether it be coupons, whether it be stamps. What have you ever collected into your life? Okay, some of you are saying stamps, right? I know my mom used to collect coins or pens. How many of you have ever traveled different countries and you have collected pens? Some of you are saying mugs, right? Mugs, clippers, very good. Now let me ask you a question. When were you able to exchange your clippers, your mugs, your stamps for money? When was that time? What have you ever exchanged that thing that you have collected for money? Yes or no? Probably not, right? Now, why am I giving you this explanation? Is because why do you like to flex? Because you like to show off, is it not? We like to show off as human, whether it be you make some profit in Forex, whether it be you make some profit in your investment, we like to flex. Why? Because it's just a regular thing that humans likes to do. So the same concept of flexing comes into this new technology, which we call NFTs, which we call the NFTs, the digital assets. So number one, people like to trade NFTs because they like to flex, they like to show off, okay? Number one. Number two, why they like to buy these NFTs is because they like to trade for profit. I'm sure most of you here understand the concept of trading, investing low and profiting high. And this is what we have done. Our first collection was $62. I believe, about 1 year ago. And within matter of, I think was hours or so, people were cashing out a couple $1,000s. So I'm sure that if you're already into trading, you understand that that is a good win, that is a good investment that you have done. And this is what our community has been able to experience as well. So number two, people trade for profit, very similar to what you guys are doing today. And number three is what we call utility. Make sure to write this down, utility. What is a utility? Let me ask you a question. How many of you here have ever bought a membership, whether it be a gym membership or whether it be, I don't know, golf membership? How many of you have ever had a membership before? Give me a yes inside the chat if you have ever had a membership before, right? And if you haven't had a membership before, I don't know which world you live in, right? Yes, the gym, right? So imagine you have a gym membership, right? And let me ask you a question. Once you finish a membership, can you sell that membership back? Yes or no? Probably no, right? Probably you need to keep either paying if you don't want to continue, or you just have to not even transfer it to someone who can use it, right? Now, the difference with NFTs, and this is what changed the whole concept of businesses, is that with a token, with a token which is an art, with your digital asset, you could potentially get some type of memberships. You could potentially get some type of service. And the beautiful thing about this new business model that they have introduced to the space is that if you don't like no longer that service, for example, what can you do? You can just sell it off, make some return of investment, maybe 10x your investment, and just move on. So these are the three reasons why people buy NFTs. Number one, because they like to flex. Number two, because they like to trade for profit. And number three is because there is a utility. So I think I will stop there because I'm sure
That was amazing. It was very informative. Thank you, Angela. Tell me more about Women Unite. What is the concept of Women Unite and everything related to your business?
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Lama. So Women Unite, so we represent women empowerment. We represent people that can, we come, I mean, how many of you here are into law of attraction or maybe spirituality or personal development? Are you in any of that? Give me a yes in the chat. If you are into law of attraction, personal development, any of those things, give me a yes in the chat. Beautiful. So for those of you who are, and for those of you who might not be there yet, we, or at least I am very what you consider a spiritual person, in the sense that I believe that there is beautiful spiritual human beings out there. And the spirituality, a lot of the times we just want to meditate, we just want to attract things with our mind, and hopefully it will come, right? But how many of you realize that we still live in a human world, right? We still need to pay for some bills. We still need to pay for some houses, for rent. How many of you agree with me? We still live in this human world, right? So because we live in this human world, we cannot deny the power of money. We cannot deny that, hey, by the way, we need money to sustain ourselves. So when we understand these two concepts, that yes, you can be spiritual and live a fulfilling life and purposeful life, but at the same time, you have this abundance on money where you can just have some money. And I was speaking with Lama the other day when we met, and she was saying, you know, I connect so much with you and your mom because I also had the opportunity, right, to help mom. And how many of you here like to help your family or your loved ones? Give me a yes, right, in the chat. Type yes or me if you want to help your loved ones and family. And this is what we do at Women Unite. We empower women. We tell them, okay, this is an opportunity, and what do you do with that money? I always tell my students, it's not about the money, it's what you can do with the money, is how you can better your life with money. How can you impact more lives with the money that you're creating? And so Women Unite, we have been here for over a year now. We actually have about 2 collections now. I was just checking before I came in. We are ranked in the top 3 projects of NFT in the photography projects, which is a very, very humble and proud moment for for me, because and with my team as well. Our team has done an amazing job. And is it okay if I share just how an NFT will look like for Women Unite? Is that okay with you guys?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much. So I'm just gonna share my screen very quickly, right here. So everybody can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Beautiful. So I was just opening up. I was like, okay, let me just double check the information in OpenSea. And for those of you who do not know and are as familiar, you would like to write this down. OpenSea is the platform, okay, where you can trade NFTs. Of course, there is so many other platforms out there that you can invest, but this is the most common one, and this is where Women Unite is actually at. So trading into the photography section, we are actually on the top 3%, top three, I'm sorry. And if I were to go here into Women Unite, this is actually our first collection, which is Women Unite, which represent woman empowerment and photography, which, as you can see, different from other NFT projects. This is true photography. This is models behind each shoot. And right now, what I love about this project is that right now, if you were to want to buy one, you will need to invest around 5 ETH, which will be $8,000. And like I said, this is a years of work that we've had building our community, doing everything on a daily basis to ensure that, hey, we're taking care of our community, because one of the biggest things that makes an NFT project is taking care for your people, taking care of your people. And I actually love what they are doing here in Alpha Woman, because they're just gathering all of these amazing, powerful women and say,
Thank you.
let's just give some knowledge and some power, because I believe that the more you get to know knowledge, the more you can, feed yourself and become more successful. So that is who Women
Absolutely true.
Unite is. And we have another collection, 10K collection, and right now we are raising our community put a hashtag wood to the moon, because we are slowly raising. I mean, a lot of us know that we are on a bear market in crypto as well. Everything goes up and down, but we have been very blessed because of our community. We've been very blessed because our community holds strong. And I can see some of community members here. Aleph, Fatma is here supporting this beautiful cause to come and join forces together. But this is who Woman is. Women Unite is just project, NFT project, who we just empower women, and we help women to, and men at the same time. And we have a lot of men also in our community to become abundant in this space.
That's amazing, Angela. I want to ask you a question. What did you do for Women Unite, your NFT project, from a minting price of $62 to, in a matter of hours, to be above $5,000 in profit for your community? That's impressive.
Yes, I think a lot of the times when you go out in different spaces, or if you hear about NFT projects, they always speak about community, building a good community, But as a matter of fact, I only just don't say building a good community is the way, and maybe you want to write this down if you will be looking into maybe creating your community or NFT project, is the way that you show up for your community, is what you do for your community. And what do I mean by that? We actually run, if not daily, weekly calls, just like this call. We have Alex here with us. They just show up every single day, and it's the way that we structure the calls. I mean, for us to be able to come from $62, a startup NFT, I mean, we had no idea about NFTs, to able to come all the way to that $1,000 a year. I mean, we were impressed. But the key in an NFT project is the way that you show up for your community. And there is a way that we structure our calls, because I don't know, I mean, how many of you here have ever been to, I don't know, Twitter Spaces. I don't know how many of you might be familiar with Twitter Spaces, or you might go to other NFT Zoom calls and people speak about and you don't understand what they're speaking. How many of you have ever had that before? You enter into a room and you're like, what is this speaking? And then you just leave, right? The way we structure our Zoom calls is a very powerful way, and maybe you would like to write this down, because this is, I mean, when Lama told me, okay, what is it that you would like to share, I was writing everything, and I'm like thinking, and start writing, making a whole list, and I'm like, oh, this is like 1 2 3, like 27 points that I could do. So I don't have all the time today to be like, okay, let me share all of you. But I was like, okay, what is the one thing that I can share with everybody here, for those of you who maybe wanted to start your own business or your NFT project, is the way that you show out to your community. And we do Zoom calls every day, if not weekly. And there is 5 things that we do in this call. This is a very structured call, and I would like to gift this to you because I believe this is where the power lands to be able to bring these prices up. So the first thing that we do, we celebrate our wins. I mean, this is the
Amazing.
most important thing. We need to celebrate our community's win, because how many of you realize that when things are not going right, like, you need some positivity in your life, right? How many of you believe in law of attraction here? Positivity attracts
Yes.
positivity. So we celebrate their wins. We acknowledge them. We ensure that we take care of our people. Because if we don't take care of our people, what's going to happen to our businesses? Our businesses are going to go downhill, right? People make your businesses, and you must be grateful and you must acknowledge them. So the first thing, we celebrate our wins. The second thing, we need to be true to our community. We need to acknowledge our challenges. I mean, when we are in a bear market, what happens to our prices? Prices will go down, prices will go up. So imagine you have invested money into a project and prices starts going down, 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 and the founders doesn't anything. Are you gonna be worried? Yes or no? Of course you're gonna be worried. You're gonna be like, excuse me, I invested into your project and your money is going down. Like, what are you gonna do about it, right? This is your project, this is your business. So what we do, number 2, we acknowledge the challenges. It is important to acknowledge and to be honest. I mean, sometimes, of course, as business owners, we know that we cannot control everything. We cannot control everything. There are so many exterior factors out there that we need to ensure that, okay, how can we do the best? And that leads me to the third point that we do in our calls, is that we are always solution focused. I mean, let me tell you something. When we started NFTs, we didn't know a single penny about NFTs. We needed to like work on the way and understand, okay, what is it that we need to do now? How many of you here play golf, or anybody knows anybody who plays golf here, right? Give me a yes in the chat. There is a difference of how you handle the golf stick, right? If you move your hand just a little bit to one side, would it have an impact the way you shoot the ball, yes or no? Just by you making a tweak. So what we
Yes.
did on a daily call is we went to see our floor price. This is how much sales comes in, right? Your revenue of your company, of your business. And we say, okay, we celebrated their wins. We acknowledge that there is a big problem. We started bear market. Now what? Now what are we gonna do? We needed to ensure that we get the solution focus. We tweak our strategy on a daily basis, because things in the market, especially crypto, especially NFTs, how many of you realize that this space is very volatile? It goes up and down. You never know what's happening. So you need to be flexible and you need to be changing with the market in order for you to be successful. So what did we do? We stay solution focused. We saw a problem. Ma'am, this is a solution. How can we make it work? Okay, so that is number 3, how we structure our calls. Okay, and then number 4, we answer questions. We answer questions to the community. Why? Because do you have questions about your investment if things are not going right? Yes or no? Do you want to know that the money that you have invested into that investment is in good hands? Yes or no? Most likely yes. You want to know that, hey, by the way, this is a good investment. Show the money, right? Because at the end of the day, we're also doing business. So we like to answer questions. We like to ensure that we give the right knowledge, the right information. And this is how we create this community, to be able to say, hey, by the way, we are okay. It's okay to be FOMO, what we call it in this space. It's okay to go up and down. But at the same time, we are here. We're giving our faces to continue moving forward. And the last thing is that we speak about our future vision. We speak about what's going to happen next. What is the next move for Women Unite? What is the next thing that's going to happen? So just very quickly in a nutshell, we have number one, we celebrate all of our wins. Number two, we acknowledge all of our wins, all of our challenges. Number three, we are solution focused. Number four, we answer questions to our community. And number five, we have a future vision. We speak about the future vision.
This is amazing, Angela. I really love how you collaborate together, how you are transparent with your investment, and how you spread positivity between each others, and how also you work on facing the obstacles during the process. This is amazing, really. I will ask you one more question. What are your future plans for Women NFT? And because we don't want to be like, we don't have much time anymore. And what advice you give to women who want to start their journey in the NFT and the entrepreneurial world?
So right now, our future plans for Women Unite is we're going to launch a third collection, hopefully this year. It's going to be marking at 3 ETH. And like Lama said, we don't have too much time because there's so much that I would love to
unfortunately
share with all of you here today. But that is our future plan. Apart from that, is just growing our community, creating more impact, being able to create more abundance for our community, ensuring that the people who come our way, they go out with good money in their pocket. That is our main goal. And advice, I think in an advice is just whatever decision you make, just make it work. I think in life, it doesn't matter whether it is a good decision or a bad decision. There is things in life where the universe, the life, the karma, whatever you want to call it, right? They put you some situations in front of you. Just make that decision work, right? Like we started with Women Unite, we didn't know what was going to happen, but we just ensured that we made it work, because the impact that you're creating to the community, the impact that you're making into your business will go up and down, right? Things will happen. But the moment that you just make it work, regardless of the challenges, as long as you're dedicated and committed to your success, things will just come. And I also want to, I don't know, maybe if it's okay, because there's so much information. I mean, usually we run.
I know.
Usually we run either 3 hours or 3 days of content. So when she told me 25 minutes, I'm like, okay, how do I do everything? But I mean, I don't know if we can do something for them, Lama. I don't know what we can do for them. What do you think?
I know that you have a surprise for our audience tonight. So can you share it with us?
Yeah. I mean, very quickly. I mean, how many of you would like to know more about NFTs, how to build this, about this project? If you are interested, just give me a yes inside the chat, or give me a me, so I know you guys are interested. Otherwise, there is no need to give surprises or anything. Okay, very good. So what I would like to do, actually, we run daily classes. We run daily classes, weekly classes. So what I would like to invite everybody is next week, I believe February 20th, I will be running a call. I will go with my community and explain everything, but also we will go a little bit depth in what is NFT, what is Women Unite, and maybe, hey, if you like the idea, potentially you can also join our tribe, and we just can grow together as a big community, which is women. That's why our name of the project is Women Unite. We want to unite all women together in this space. And I believe there is a code, correct, Lama, for those of you to be part of?
Yes, Alpha Woman 2023. You can send the code to Angela, so she will be able to know, because this is only for the people who are now here with us. So they will get this free webinar with Angela to know more about NFT. And I wanted to tell you also that hopefully in the future we will have more webinars, more collaboration with Angela, and we will discuss more projects about NFTs, and we will give more information about this industry. Thank you, Angela, so much for being with us tonight.
Is it okay if I put my Instagram? Maybe everybody
Yes, 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 please.
you can just send me a message into my Instagram, and
Yes,
we will continue working together with Alpha University Alpha
amazing.
Woman with Lama. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For
Thank
this
you so
space.
much.
Hopefully you guys got some knowledge, but I'll see
Yeah.
you everybody on the 20th on the masterclass. Just send me that message, and I'll sure to get you on it for next week. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank
Lama.
you so much. Thank you. So now we will take a 5 minutes break, and we will continue with our next speaker, Rani Thompson. We will talk about mental health. So stay with us.
Advertising on YouTube helps me reach engaged customers like Jen.
call you up. 'Cause I need someone. Should I call you up? Should I call you up?
Hello again, everyone. So our next speaker is also a true inspiration for women. I met her also at the Global Women Event Club in Dubai. What inspired me about her story was the change that she did in her career path. Rani Thompson had 25 years of experience in supply chain. She left the corporate world and started her journey in life coaching. Her introduction to mental health was during motherhood, where she discovered that her child has dyslexia and she had to help him. And step by step, she found her passion in helping individuals to connect with themselves and in order to reach higher potentials of themselves. Let me welcome Rani Thompson from India. Hello, Rani.
Hello, everybody there. Lama, thank you so much. And Ilian, thank you so much for inviting me to this wonderful group.
Yes, thank you for being with us here tonight. So Rani, you are a KICI certified coach. You are also a master practitioner of neuro-linguistic programming, a hypnosis practitioner also. Wow, this is amazing. Tell me more about your journey. How did you start the life coaching? How did you leave everything behind and starting a new shift, like a new industry, completely different from your past experience?
Yes, so let me say this started very, very early in my life. I'm known to be the black sheep of my family. Like Reena said, she did not go with the norms of the family. She did not listen to people. She found her own path to do what she wanted to do. I think she has more or less understood what is to be an alpha woman. Something that happens while you get into the life coaching, basically. That is to understand your true potential. So I was always searching my path to see what's my complete potential, what I can do as a person. So I got married very early, and so I was disconnected from my family at a very early stage in my life, like say 21. And by 24, I was a single mother as well. So I had all the obstacles in my life to start off on my own very, very early. And along that journey, I discovered that my child was dyslexic. So that was where I got into learning that something in the mind helps you deal with such problems, which we cannot do with money, which we cannot do with, any other things in this world. But if you understand your mind and the mental health, we can go leaps and bounds with our lives. So today, if somebody says that your child has some special needs or something that is different from another child, the child is put in a very different category. You know, they have to go through difficult things. The parents have to go through so much struggle. The child takes years to reach somewhere that they have to be recognized. So I think I took a leap and did something on my own, which me and my daughter devised together to deal with this problem. And today I should say, mashallah, she's finished her bachelor's in psychology and she's
That's
not
nice.
even considered to be dyslexic. So that was a beautiful journey, of course, with a lot
Wow.
of challenges and everything. But as you said, I'm in my corporate field for like 25 years in logistics, and why I shifted. So I should say the corporate world is tough for the women. Like I had to go through so many struggles, fighting with the men to, you know, like put ourselves
Exactly.
there, like exactly what Reena said. So while I was doing that, around 4 years back, I got into depression. I switched off from the world. And I also had arthritis, which was a long-going disease for me, like 2 to 3 years. I tried allopathy, homeopathy, different kinds of medicines, but nothing worked. So
Yeah.
somehow, somewhere, NLP popped up. That is neuro-linguistic programming popped up.
Yeah.
And I was, you know, coaching under that. And within 3 months, my depression left me, my arthritis left me, and I could also deal with one
Amazing.
allergy of mine that I was holding on to me for almost, say, 40 years of my life. So that left me within 3 months of
Wow.
NLP life coaching, you know. So that's when I understood it's a miracle medicine. It works
Exactly.
for health and it works on the relationships as well. So
Exactly.
I took on the path to quit the corporate world because I almost, you know, gave up on my life working very hard among the men to prove myself over and over again, over and over again. I said, this is not for me. I'm thinking that God showed me this particular path because there is something for the world. I'm sure a lot of people will benefit from what I benefited, where I got my life back on track, where all
Yeah.
the diseases left me and I'm, you know, back to being healthy and happy. So that's how I started my journey of starting off as a single entrepreneur doing life coaching. But
Yes.
while I started on that, the journey was also more and more into learning what is about mental health, how do we deal with it, and what exactly is NLP. I know there's a lot of people who talk about NLP as motivation and advice, but that's not what NLP is about.
Yeah.
It's learning what language you use with your own body.
Okay.
So
Very interesting.
yeah, so if you're going to understand what that is, it's about getting to know yourself.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's like we use a lot of language on ourselves. Like I'm so and so, I'm so and so, I'm this, I'm that, I'm not this and I'm not that. I can't be this and I can't be that. I can't do this and I can't do that. I think that list
Yes.
is very big. We all have that a lot with us. But this is what stops us from doing what we have to do. So how do we come out of this? That's kind of complicated because everybody is circled in that particular lifestyle. Like that's become the norm today. Everybody talks so bad about themselves. Everybody else is good, but we are bad. So how did that come to a position where we don't love ourselves? So now I would look at it, it's like a pattern that has crossed generations. It's not coming just from today from us. It's coming down from our parents and them from their parents and them from
Exactly.
theirs. It's a generation to generation to generation thing. So how do you
Yes.
untangle yourself from what you got stuck in the middle of all? That's where life coaching comes into place. That's where
That's amazing.
NLP comes into place. We come to you or you are with a life coach and they will untangle all these limiting beliefs that you placed into yourself through the society,
Yes.
through the parents, through the religion, through the world environment outside you, through, I don't know, from schools, from friends, even childhood traumas. There are a lot of
Yes.
traumas that children go through.
Exactly.
Yeah, they create sentences about themselves when they go through something in their life, usually between the age of 0 to 7. That's the very crucial stage of a child's life. So if there is, you know, a separation from the parent or something went wrong in the school, or some situation that they had to face, the child really blocks themselves from the outside world. And then they
Yes.
create an armor around them to defend their life, to support their life. They actually create some sort of another person in them. You know, the one
I
that
see.
they are dealing with today is not themselves. They have created a kind of a defense mechanism to deal with that trauma that they went through when they were very, very, very young. So what we do is we kind of let the adult today understand what the trauma could have been, how to release that trauma, and how to let the original person come out with strength, with power, and start dealing with their lives as they have
Exactly.
to actually, So that's what life coaching does for you. Now, as a person, we don't realize what kind of traumas we're carrying, what patterns of our parents are we carrying, all these limiting beliefs that we create around ourselves. It's not us. It's simply that it's not us. Just knowing that changes your life a lot. Knowing that you come out of the cocoon that you've kept yourself in. Like everybody has a masculine and a feminine energy, but a lot of us have put down the feminine energy because we are dealing with so much tough situations and always fighting wars and, trying to prove ourselves. And it's a tough world there. So we're all masculine. Most of the women in us, or most of us are masculine. We've forgotten the
Yes.
feminine part of us. It's like crushed down, 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 because we feel it's not safe to come out. No, we
Yes,
don't feel
correct.
safe out in this world. But once you are through this healing, you will be able to stand in your feminine power, because feminine in itself is divine. It's more powerful than the
Exactly.
masculine. And we don't realize that, we don't know how to stand in our feminine energy. So once you reach your feminine power, you're so powerful. You don't need all this fighting and arguing and running around and, chasing things. It will come to you.
Exactly. Exactly. What you
This
are
is how the
saying
universe shifts,
it's amazing, really.
Yeah.
Yes, that's amazing.
So this is what I want to tell the people out there, that I see that there are a lot of caliber women out there struggling to, really pick their potential and bring it out. Like, I want to be what I want to be. But if you're remaining in that fighting and that argumentative health, you become
Yes.
unhealthy. You fall sick. I did that to myself because I was a fighting woman for like 25 years, not knowing what I'm doing. I ended up with arthritis, depression, anxiety. I just didn't know what to do. And I was putting on weight. I was so discomfort with myself. So I'm sure most of the women are going through that kind of situation as well. Since
That's
you're all
true.
very, very, very strong women out there, I would want you guys to release your inner traumas, your limiting beliefs, and be in your original state, like who you are actually, and find your passion in life and go behind that, so that
That's right.
the health and relationship will work.
True.
It's like it goes on the same platform. If you have your mind setting correct, like this is me, you find yourself, you remove
Yes.
yourself from all the, it's like an onion, it has so many layers. Your parents put it on you, your school put it on you, your religion put it on you, your husband put it on you, your children put it on you. When you start unpeeling all of that and then you find the you inside that, you're like half your disease left you. You're
That's
already
correct.
back to being healthy. Your body stores in emotions. The moment you feel hurt, you neglected, you feel rejected, it stores in different parts of your body. And that's when disease starts coming from a particular place. Sometimes it stores in the kidney, your kidney is damaged. Stores in your liver, your liver is damaged. Stores in your knee is not working, you cannot walk. And you kind of build in obesity as well. That's part of being rejected, and your personal space is being attacked. This is when you start getting obese. You start overeating. All of those things
Yes.
come under that. So it's like, so if you can actually find where your emotional blocks are and remove them, your health is
True.
back to normal. So this all works together. And I'd also like to share the fact that a lot of people call women sometimes as fighters, they're fixers, they are freezers, they're fawners, they leave the place, sometimes they don't know what to do. These are all self-defense mechanisms because they were in situations as a child where they never felt safe. So they developed these mechanisms to be fighters sometimes, to be fixing the household, like, okay, I will take care of your mom, I'll take care of your dad, because the child was quite small and didn't know what to do when they were fighting. And the parents were fighting, basically. That's some situation I think most of us go through as children. So we develop, sometimes we freeze because you're too scared to react. Now that sits in you. And as an adult, you still do the same thing in your relationships. When you're fighting with
Exactly.
maybe your spouse, you'll be like, I freeze, I can't react, I'm dead. So because that's how you dealt with it as a child.
Exactly.
These are all
Yes.
self-defense mechanisms. Yes,
Yeah.
you said.
No, I wanted to say that if you feel, if you are in peace with yourself, you will be in peace with your surroundings. It is
Absolutely.
very important to understand, to know ourselves. And this is what I wanted, because you talked about that now, and it's very important. And I want to say that to everyone here, not only women. It is important to know ourselves, to understand what are the problems that are like causing us depressions, because sometimes it's not about the problem that we are facing, it's because of the past traumas and everything that you were talking about. This is very important, to be authentic also. If we can talk a
Absolutely.
bit about authenticity, Rani.
Yes. So authenticity is also related to the same thing. Like once you remove all these, layers around you, and you stop listening to all these voices around you, your
Yes.
inner self comes out. And when you are accepting your inner self, you become your authentic self. And once you're
Amazing.
authentic, wonderful things comes out of you. You become passionate. You love your relationships. You love your life. You're good at your job. You're a good parent. You're a good spouse. You're just wonderful altogether, because being authentic or being truthful to yourself, let me put it that way, be truthful
Exactly.
to yourself. Like, I'm not comfortable here means I'm not comfortable here. That's it. So you don't have to make yourself stuck in that situation. Once you're stuck, your body is freezing, and then very much blocked energy stays in your body, and that
That's it.
creates negativity. And when negativity comes in, everything is blocked. Finance blocked, relationships blocked, health blocked, and ultimately life is blocked. So what's left? Nothing's left. You sacrificed for something, somebody, I don't know, you must have done, okay, I'm going to do this for my children, I'm going to do this for my spouse, for my parents, but voila, no, you're not doing any good to anybody or to yourself. You're just killing yourself. And after an age, you realize that, oh, I'm dead. I'm not living. I have not done anything. I hate myself. I want to die. I want to commit suicide. I just want to run away from my house. I don't like my husband. I don't want to deal with my children. I don't want to do this. This is normally what is happening. This is the root cause to the problem people face later on in their life. They started somewhere and they don't realize it. It's like when you're not in your authentic self, like, let me
Yes.
look at myself and say, I love myself. Can you say that? Lots of women can't do that. Like, most of them say, no, I don't like how I am, or I don't like who I am. So find yourself, get to know yourself, start loving yourself, do things to love yourself. When you start loving yourself, knowing, yes, I love me, even if I have, shortages of, I don't know what, I don't look pretty, or maybe I don't have education in that high college, or I don't have a high paying job, I still love myself in whichever way I am. If you accept yourself to that level, people will accept you for who you are. And once they accept you, you have a beautiful relationship going on with whoever it is, even if it's at home, it's with your friends, in the society. And just imagine all of us stand up to our own authentic self. That would be a beautiful place to be in, no comparison, no arguments, no jealousiness. It's difficult to imagine, but it's beautiful to do that,
Exactly.
That state, yeah, I know.
Yes, yes. It's very, mental health is very important for all of us to be living in peace, and to, like you said, to love ourselves, to understand so we can love ourselves. It's very important. And I love what you were saying. I want to ask you, what are your future plans in your career?
Actually, even talking to all of you there, I really, really appreciate what I have taken the journey on. I'd like to, speak out this to many women out there, because women are the people who create families, who are the powers for tomorrow's future generation. So if the women change, like Rena said, teach your sons, not your daughters, teach your sons. You cannot teach them until you teach yourself. You
True.
open up yourself and you accept yourself, then you can teach them. Because the son will ask you, Mom, you're not changing. How will I change myself? So you
Correct.
take the opportunity, heal yourself, come out of the place that you are stuck in, and
Yes.
look outside. Since you're all empowering women to make money, before that, accept yourself. Because money is also tough to come to you if you're blocked.
That's right.
Yeah, your masculine and feminine energy has to be together. Otherwise, even finance will not come to you, no matter how much you're struggling. So it seems you're doing
Exactly.
a very good job out there, like trying to collaborate and bring in the finance success to all the women out there. Please
Yes.
understand that loving yourself, being authentic, getting to know yourself is the key, If you have that, it's like you won the world. Just
That's
do
right.
that for a while and see how things change in your world. It may be tough in the beginning because this is not what our parents taught us to do. Parents didn't teach us love yourself. They said, keep quiet so that the others survive. You don't
Exactly.
do it for yourself, but do it for your husband. You don't eat, but let the children eat. How do you feed others when your cup is empty? You have to fill your
Exactly.
cup first. Whatever your parents said, it's because of their generational traumas. So let's take turns to cut that in this generation and
That's true.
Move forward for your children. Speak the truth to your children. Do not hide the truth from them. They know, they understand at a very young age. So when you're truthful to yourself, you can be truthful to them. So
That's very true.
I recommend that this is something that I'm happy to share with as many women as possible, because world will change with these women, with these very powerful potential women out here and other places. So
That's
my
amazing.
share.
Yes. 100%. And I have one last question for you. What advice you give to women who want to improve their mental health and work on their inner peace, find themselves and be more aligned to their purpose? Briefly, if you can
That's
give
a good
us.
question. It's a good
Mm.
question. I'd like you to wake up in the morning, look at yourself in the mirror, and then tell what you think about yourself. Write it down and see how many negative things do you see. You can see maybe 20, 30, 40 just coming out because you're so used to being so negative about yourself. Now turn those into positive ones. Yourself, write it down. And then read that on a daily basis. And it will start being ingrained into your system. Because NLP means neuro-linguistic programming. You're programming your neurons. And when your neurons are programmed saying that I'm beautiful, I'm successful, automatically you will become beautiful and successful. That's the power of the language that is there.
That is amazing.
So we heal using language. That's NLP also. So there's
Yes.
a lot of things that you can learn once you are in the course with me, how to do this in a massive way and how to shift yourself into a totally different person and find your inner potential. Which, of course, to do it alone sometimes is difficult because you really cannot go into the depth and see, okay, I'm like this because my mom did this, or, my mom told me this, or, my mom said all men are bad. So now I look at all men so scary, like, oh my God, what if he cheats me like he cheated my mom? Or what if he leaves me like my father left my mom? This is a repetitive pattern we see generally in the society, So we are carrying these pains from our parents unknowingly, and we repeat that in our family life too. So
Exactly.
It helps.
Absolutely.
You can remove all of these deep-rooted pain, fear, all of those things from you, and then you come out to be more beautiful and successful.
Correct. Absolutely. This is amazing, Rani. Thank you so much for sharing these important information. I bet everyone can benefit from a consultation with you, Rani. Thank you so much. So I want to ask you, if you have any special surprise also for our audience tonight. What do you want to share with us?
I'd like to say that my course is usually 3 months because the shift is gradual. You cannot say that 40 years of your life or 30 years of your life you shift in 1 month. It takes minimum 3 months to see a nice shift, like a totally different person with another personality and living life in a very lavish manner. So usually it's 3 months, 2 sessions every week, which is every session is 2 hours. So my total course is 15,000 dirhams. For
Okay.
women who come into this group, I would give it a 50% discount. So
Wow,
whoever would be
that's
joining
amazing.
in would be
Okay.
welcome to join in. Also, beyond that, there is a 1 hour free introductory session that will be just free. Whoever wants to understand this or can see if they can take the program can connect with me for that 1 hour free
Amazing.
introductory session as well. So that's
Okay,
two programs actually.
That's amazing. And how we can find you on Instagram so
I'm
people
on
can send this
GTKY.
promo?
GTKY is my Insta handle.
Okay.
Also, my website is raninlpcoach.com. Should I put it on?
Yes, it is better if you can put it in the chat. And everyone who wants to benefit from this amazing offer, you can send to Rani on Instagram Alpha Woman 2023, the promo code, and we will directly know that you were with us in this webinar, and you will definitely get this amazing offer. Thank you so much, Rani, for sharing such very informative and important information. And now we will take also another 5 minutes, and but please stay with us till the end, because we also have a surprise from Alpha Woman to everyone who is with us tonight. And after this 5 minutes break, we will continue with Eliane and Nadine Abdelnour to talk about the hormonal health for women. So stay with us. Thank you. Thank you, Rani.
Thank you.
Hello again, everyone. Hello, Nadine. Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to start our next topic with our new female guest, Nadine Abdelnour. Let me introduce to you how I met Nadine already. I enrolled to a workshop about hormonal balancing, which is not a very familiar topic, but I decided to go and to learn more because I understand that as Rani Thompson was saying, it's very important to know yourself, but it's also very important to hear your body because it's speaking as well. So I enrolled for this amazing workshop and I met Nadine Abdelnour. And Nadine shared a story that really inspired me and inspired all the women that were taking the workshop as well. She already had a successful career in marketing and advertising and events until she faced a health issue that doctors were unable to diagnose for 8 years. Despite numerous hospital visits, scans, tests, consultations with over 30 doctors worldwide, Nadine was unable to find a cure for her condition. So, driven by her desire to take control of her health, she decided to study holistic nutrition and eventually healed herself without relying on medication. And then she started her own journey to help family and friends to heal without relying on medicine. And she is now here to share with us her story and her journey as entrepreneur. Nadine, welcome to our first virtual event. I'm so happy to have you with us and looking forward to hear your story. So tell us if you can share your story yourself, please, and why you decided also to start the journey in healing other women without relying on medicine.
Thank you, Eliane. Thank you for the introduction and thank you for this amazing online event. It's amazing meeting all these inspiring women. And well, as you said, I had a very long career in advertising and marketing, and then I opened up an events company in Jordan, and my career took off, and I was living a very normal, unhealthy lifestyle for someone in their 20s. So I was drinking coffee all day long because we were planning events and smoking and eating junk food and all of that. But I was in my 20s, so I didn't really feel that it was affecting me in any way. And then one day I went with my friends on vacation and we ate at a restaurant, and then I got a feeling that something was stuck in my throat or that something was swelling up in my throat. And so we went to the hospital and they treated me for allergy. And this kept happening every single day, and they kept treating me for allergy, although I was telling them that my airway is open. It's not my breathing. There's something, I felt like there was a ball in my throat. And they didn't listen. So I went back to Jordan and went straight to the hospital. They treated me for allergy again, started going from doctor to doctor until I reached one doctor after 2 months and multiple visits that told me this is acid reflux, and which is normal. Most people have heartburn and acid reflux. And
Hear it a lot.
and so, but I didn't know anyone that had acid reflux that felt there was like a bowl that was swelling up in their throat. So I went to a gastro doctor and they did endoscopy and they found out that I do have acid reflux, but that's it. And every single year, and so many doctors, I went to doctors in Jordan and Lebanon and the States, all over the world. And every year the symptoms kept getting worse up until a point where I was having symptoms like a heart attack, where my chest pain, my left arm and all of that, nausea. And then I got to a point after a couple of years where I couldn't swallow food, like hard foods. So I started living on carbs and sugars because they digest in your mouth, so you can easily swallow them. And with time, I gained over 8 years, I gained 50 kilos. So 50 kilos, that's like a whole other person. And that made me even more more depressed and more anxious and it started affecting not just the weight, but my condition started affecting my work, my social life, and all of that. And I kept visiting doctors, and the diagnosis was always acid reflux and stress. And I knew I wasn't stressed, so I refused to take the medication that they gave me. And I saw 27 doctors overall, and the diagnosis was the same. But I didn't listen, because you have to listen to your body and you have to listen to yourself, like previously everyone said. So I didn't listen. And so I started reading about acid reflux because this was my diagnosis. And I found out that there's a surgery that you do for reflux that would fix it. So I went to the surgeon, to the best surgeon, and he said, no, this is not just acid reflux, it's something else. So after many tests, we found out that my esophagus only works 10%. So there's no contractions. This is why I cannot eat. And unfortunately, my case was very rare and it didn't have a solution. They told me, live with it. And so I did for 2 more years, but I had anemia because I couldn't eat. My vitamins were all low. I just kept gaining weight for nothing. My life was affected. I wasn't going to the office. I wasn't going out with my friends and all of that. And then one day I decided, I went to all dietitians and no one could help me. All dietitians, all doctors, no one was able to help me. And so one day I read something about holistic nutrition. So basically, for the people that don't know, holistic nutrition or a holistic nutritionist is a nutritionist that treats people or prevents diseases or heals diseases or treats diseases using natural foods and natural remedies and lifestyle changes. And so I started searching for someone that was a holistic nutritionist, but at the time it was something new and no one knew about it that much. There were different kinds of nutritionists, but not what I was looking for. They weren't able to help me. So I decided to study holistic nutrition myself and take matters into my own hands. And I did. And while I was studying this, I stopped being able to swallow. So my muscles stopped, zero. They were working 0%. So I had to do 3 surgeries to be able to go back to swallowing 10%. And then after a long time, like a long journey, I finished the course, I took the certification, and I was able to heal myself naturally through herbs because I couldn't eat at the time. So I started doing herbal teas and stuff like that. And 3 months after it, I was able to swallow better again. 1 year into it, my esophagus was working 45%. And then I got into nutrition more and more. And then I got into something called hormonal balancing, which I knew nothing about. And when I started eating again, I was able to balance my hormones. And when I did that, it was like magic. So my whole digestive system was working again. And I could eat normally, like a normal human being, like all of you. And I could swallow everything, even hard foods, even nuts or popcorn or all these things that get stuck in your throat. And with time, I got passionate about this. And because when I was healing myself, I was a bit skeptical. I was thinking, the doctors couldn't solve this, and I'm gonna like solve this with natural remedies. I was skeptical, but it did work. And after a long journey, I decided to change my career because I realized that people are not aware of so many things that food can do that can heal your body naturally. So I decided to change my career, which was a huge challenge because changing your career at an older age is like very difficult. But I took.
Tell us more about the challenges that you faced during this big shift.
I was in my late 30s. My events company was already working. My career was like, I had a long career, like more than 18 years of advertising and marketing, and halas, I was established, you know, in the market. And so shifting to something that's completely different was a huge challenge. And it was a challenge also because people are not aware of what holistic nutrition is. So that was another challenge. You know, not only shifting my career, but shifting it to something that people are not very aware of. And that was a huge challenge, but I took the risk because it was something that I like doing. And it became a passion. And it became a passion to help people that were in my shoes, that are going to doctors, that don't know what's wrong, that are going from doctor to doctor, and people are telling them, you're stressed or whatever, and all the tests come out normal and they don't know what's wrong, but something is bothering them. So we work with that. And being a holistic nutritionist, I don't work with people to treat their symptoms, but we work to treat the root. We get to the root cause and heal that, and not just like cover it by healing the symptoms. And so, yeah, so this is how I got into holistic nutrition.
Lots of shifting. I mean, besides shifting your career, before you shifted the way you eat and the mindset as well, you refused to listen to all the doctors. You were skeptical about you finding the solution in the first place because it's not your field, not your expertise, but you decided to listen to your body, to listen to yourself, and to go straight to your passion and shifting the whole situation and taking in charge. And
yes, but it took time. You know, it didn't happen. It happened after 8 years of suffering. So you don't always think about it this way, but it's good to think about it that way. It's good to listen to your body.
It's not traditional, it's not conventional, it's not what we all used. You did a process of unlearning because of the pain you were enduring. And that's amazing because lots of people are now benefiting from these skills that you built to shift from the conventional medicine into a natural one. I took the hormonal balancing workshop, and it was an eye-opener for me because I realized afterwards the woman that paid attention to their hormones, listened to you, shifted the way they eat and the way they connect to their body, and they lost weight without going through a diet, who start to feel better with their body. No more symptoms, no more tiredness or energy drains or hair problems or skin problems. Please, can you tell us more?
Yes, so when I was in the process of changing my career, I read about hormonal health or hormonal balancing in specific. And I was wondering, like, what is hormonal balancing? Like many people that attend my workshops, they don't know what that is, but they're interested. And it's something that people are not aware of, but the past year, let's say, people are hearing it more. They're hearing about it more. Hormonal balancing is basically, what people don't know is that hormones control our bodies. So they control the major functions of our bodies, such as sleep and wake cycle, metabolism, weight management, anxiety, depression, digestive system. Like all our body functions are controlled by hormones. And hormones are all connected. So if one of them goes out of balance, it's a cascade effect. The rest go out of balance as well. And when they go out of balance, they don't always show up in a blood test. So sometimes when, for example, you mentioned weight loss, which is a very common issue that women have in specific. So we'll talk about that. So if people are doing diet and exercising and drinking water and all of that, and they're not losing weight, and they get frustrated, and they go to doctors and they do tests and nothing comes out, like everything is normal. It could be a simple hormonal imbalance that you can fix simply by changing the way you eat. not by a diet, but just shifting some lifestyle changes and the way that you eat and how often you eat and so on. So when I realized that, and I tried it on myself, and I realized how many things changed in my body, not just my digestive system, but my energy throughout the day, the way that my metabolism started working again, like when I was in my 20s. So, and I was talking to people about it, and no one knew about what I was talking about. So I decided to create this workshop, the one you attended, because to build awareness around the subject. And like you mentioned, people are finding it like really interesting and really easy, and they're applying what they're learning and they're seeing results. So it's a topic that's very interesting and very, very, very doable. It's not like something like you need to change your whole life. No, it's something really easy that you can do.
Yes, and I remember as well that there is another workshop you do about the relationship with food, because
Yes.
we are so, the social media, the magazines, everything that
Yes.
is outside of us is bombarding us with
Yes.
how we should be looking. And
It's
the diet we should take, there is the keto diet, there is the intermittent fasting, there is the low carb diet, everything. And the body needs everything to function better. Like you said, the hormones is the key. How can we help women to be more aware? How?
Well, first of all, like you mentioned, there's so many like trends. I'm gonna call them trends because first you hear about intermittent fasting, and then it's a trend. It happens for a few years, and then it goes, and then there's the celery juice, and then there's the cabbage soup diet, and then there's keto and all of that. But all these diets are just temporary. They are not lifestyle changes. When you start balancing your hormones, you're doing it for life. It's not something temporary that you do for like 2 weeks or a month even, or 2 months, and then you stop and you go back. No, it's something that you keep doing every day. So it's building in new habits in your life or changing your lifestyle. It's also working on your relationship with food, like the other workshop that you were mentioning, because our relationship with food is very bad since we were young. Yeah, it's affected by so many things, even by our parents. Like finish your plate and you get chocolate, for example. It's like a reward. So these things feel like a reward. If you're on a crash diet for a long time, you reward yourself by eating junk food, for example. So our relationship with food plays an important role as well.
Yes. And what advice you give to women to be more connected to their body and to start their health journey?
Their health journey, yeah. So basically, first of all, they need to listen to their bodies. Like listen to your body. I knew, you heard my story. I knew there was something wrong, that it wasn't stress. Your body communicates with you, so start listening. If you feel like there's something wrong, just go with your feeling because your body is communicating with you. Start small, like make small changes. Don't go big and extreme and change everything. Like do small changes, simple changes, and realistic changes. Like don't say, I want to lose 20 kilos in 1 month. That's not realistic. So, but maybe put a goal of drinking 2 liters of water per day, for example, or including more vegetables and fruits in your diet, or like smaller goals and realistic goals. And then prioritize your health. Like I was living such an unhealthy life because I was able to, because I didn't feel that something was wrong with my body, because I was in my 20s and I was energetic and I felt like everything is fine and nothing, and I'm still young. But you need to prioritize your health because we're always, being females in specific, we're always going through hormonal changes from puberty to pregnancy to birth to perimenopause to menopause. So our bodies are always changing and that affects our health. And of course, seek help if you need it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Seek help and education. I know
Exactly.
that education is very important, and the awareness you are raising. You travel from Jordan to Lebanon to raise awareness for all these women, and this is very important to get the right education from the experts in this
Yes,
field.
it's important.
And what are your future plans?
Basically, now I'm just concentrating on building more awareness around the Middle East. So what you said, I give workshops in Beirut, in Amman, in Dubai. I also do one that's online for the people around the world. And it's creating this whole community that's amazing. And it's so much, you meet all these amazing women, and not just women, actually, for the guys here, men do attend these workshops as well. So you can attend if you want to. It's not only about women, but I want to create more awareness. I want people to know how they can heal their bodies naturally without medication. And I want to do that. And my future plan is just creating a wellness center that's holistic wellness center that has the complete holistic approach to healing and health and wellness overall.
Wow, that's amazing. That's beautiful. I'm sure you will be able to do it.
Sure.
When I attended when I attended the last the workshop about hormonal balancing, I realized how women, when they are together, how they open up, how they share, how they support each others. And we mentioned here today in our virtual event about the feminine energy. It's all about support and collaboration. This is how we flourish. This is how we grow. It's when we go hand in hand, and when we understand our body, ourself more, we can be supportive. And women are really good in this naturally. And when we are together, we are really much stronger. And I consider myself very lucky to witness this several times, and lately with you at your workshop. So if you want to know more, you can follow Nadine Abdenour on her Instagram. It's let me mention it. It's at Holistic Nutrition by Nadine.
Yeah, Holistic Nutrition by Nadine. I can share it.
Yes, we will write it in the chat. And Nadine, how can the audience here, how can they benefit from the knowledge, from your service, from this beautiful mission?
Okay, so I have a surprise for everyone. I don't just do workshops, I do one-on-one consultations, which is mainly what I do. The workshops are there just to support and create awareness about different subjects. But I work with clients on a 6-week program that I create. And why 6 weeks? Because it's enough time for me to teach them how to eat for life. And it's enough time for them to see the results of their health goals as we go along in these 6 weeks. And so I have a surprise for everyone. I have, for people in Lebanon, I have a workshop next week. It's on either Saturday the 25th or Sunday the 26th or Monday the 27th. It's about hormonal balancing. If you would like to attend, just DM me on Instagram and I'll give you a discount specifically with the promo code.
The promo code is Alpha Woman 2023, and
yes.
It's an eye-opener workshop. It's beautiful, and instantly your mindset, you change, you just you grow, you evolve with your relationship with food, and you.
Thank you for that testimonial. And for everyone else that is not in Lebanon, or for the men or everyone else, you can contact me for my 6-week program. I'll send you all the details and you'll get a discount as well. So
I can say one thing. I started to drink water religiously after you. I myself don't drink water at all. For me, it might not exist for a long time. I started to drink like 1.8 to 1.5 liter per day, and this for me is new.
Oh wow! Okay.
Nadine,
Good.
thank you.
That's impressive. Thank you for
joining
having
us.
me part of this event.
for sharing your story and for sharing this knowledge. Thank you again. And we'll see you in 5 minutes with Lama Alkuba and our next female speaker, Lubna Sabah. She will be talking about time management for mompreneurs. So we'll see you in few minutes.
Hi, we're Fiverr, a global marketplace connecting individuals and
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. So last but not least, our final speaker for this event is Lubna Sabah from Ghana. I remember when I watched her webinar with Abdallah Harfouch in 2021, I was very inspired by Lubna. This woman is amazing. I remember when she was giving tips about time management and she was telling her story, how she wakes up early in the morning every day, works out, help her children to go to school, then starts her business. I was very amazed by how she is organized and knows how to benefit from her time. Lubna is an ICF certified business coach. She helps startups, especially brands, to start their online business. And she is also the founder of Social Buzz. Hello, Lubna.
Hello, Lama. Thank you so much.
Thank you
so much for having me for this introduction. And
thank you
to Eliane and Abdullah. It's always a pleasure to be part of your events. And we're talking about a topic, as we said, something that is really important for me. And I'm
Yes,
sure that a lot of people deal with time management challenges, especially in this world.
exactly. That's what I was trying to say. So, Lubna, tell me why you decided to start your journey in online business as a coach and how you started it.
Okay, first of all, I can say hello, everyone, whoever is watching. Yes, how did I start? To make the story short, I didn't start with doing something that I was passionate about. Early in my career, I started in the banking sector. I decided to do a career shift when I moved to Ghana in 2013. I found difficulty in finding my passion because I needed to experiment and try different things until I find what it is that I really want to dedicate my time and focus on. And I reached a point where I knew that I wanted to work with people, find their passion and be in their element. And when I say element is when we combine our skills, our talent, our knowledge, and our passion definitely with an opportunity that's out there, with a gap in the market or a need in the market. When you are there, you are in your element. And I thought to myself at the beginning, okay, in order to do that, I need some kind of skill and how to help people to find their passion. And this is when I came across the coaching profession. Back then, it was not trending as much. So I was also very interested in coaching and this methodology. I became an ICF certified coach. I started coaching people on their passion. And the reason the moment when I decided to go full on with coaching people, startups, who are starting an online business, specifically service-based businesses like freelancers, coaches, personal brands, two reasons. One, I became a mom of two, and they're 7 now. I have twins, a boy and a girl, they're 7. And being in, I think a lot of people, maybe there are also expats. And when you live in a different country, you're not in your hometown, you feel like there's no support in the sense that there's a family where maybe you can go to work and leave your kids. And I knew that this was the situation for me and I had to be there at home. So being a coach and working online was very convenient for me. And I think it's very convenient for most mothers because it gives you the flexibility and the freedom to be both at home and also pursue your career. The second reason was there was the COVID hit and people started becoming very familiar and used to being behind the screens and communicating and doing business behind the screen. And I knew that this was an opportunity because after COVID, most people wanted to work from home and they want or do hybrid between home and office. So it's a perfect time today to be launching a business if you have a skill or a knowledge or a passion to be launching your business online and building from there. So this is what got me here. Social Buzz is a social media agency that I launched in order to complement the services that I give as a coach, because lots of clients that I work with also want branding, they also want website, they also want help with their content, and the team and I help them do that as well.
That's amazing, Lubna. What were the obstacles that you were facing as an entrepreneur and as a woman entrepreneur also, and how you are succeeding them, or you are facing them?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think part of it, I'm going to say something personal. I think lots of people would relate. I think the main challenge let's talk about mompreneurs for now. This is the topic. So let me link it to moms working from home. I think one of the main challenges is you feel like working as an entrepreneur from home is a kind of a lonely journey sometimes because you're home, you're by yourself, you work with people virtually, but you're still not working around people. And this can sometimes be demotivating because I personally get a lot of energy when I'm around people, when I'm working with a team, when I'm out. When I'm out, I'm more lifted, I get more ideas, I'm more dynamic. So this was a challenge for me, especially when I was first starting out. As an entrepreneur, you're starting out, you want so much information and answers, and you don't know where to search or who to talk to. My mentors were books and were YouTube channels and Google. And I think this is also an advantage to us because we can learn anything from anywhere. There's no limitation in that sense. I did try to connect with other like-minded people who I know I can benefit from their knowledge so we used to exchange knowledge and tips, and we do. That's very important, I think, is to keep that connection with others as well. So that was a challenge for me. The second challenge I would say which is both a good thing and a bad thing, is that yes, you are your own boss, But that's good. It gives you the freedom, but at the same time, it can have disadvantages because there's no one there to hold you accountable, to tell you that you didn't hit your deadline, to tell you didn't make enough sales this month, or you didn't hit that income target, or you're not, managing your time as you're supposed to. So there's this sense of the mindset you have to be in to be your own boss, but literally be your own boss, as to hold yourself accountable and create your own consequences. If you work at a company and you don't hit a target, the consequence, maybe you won't get the promotion, or maybe someone else will take your job. But when you're alone, you need to create that consequence. For example, you could say that if I don't do this and that, I'm going to be in the same place next year. How will that make me feel? How will that make me, or what would achieving this benefit? How would it benefit me or the others around me? And focus on the why. And this will push you. And definitely get people to hold you accountable. So what I do, a little trick that I do is for myself, I trick myself, is that I commit to things before I started doing them. So I would say to someone, okay, so we'll meet next week, and I will hand in, let's say, the strategy, or I'll hand in the, we have this session. This way, knowing that I like to deliver on time, I am forced to do something. So sometimes committing or speaking about something to your team would also help you hold yourself accountable.
Yes, exactly. And this is what we face as entrepreneurs. So this is like a great plan in order to always be responsible for what we do, and to be able to manage our priorities and our business. I want to ask you, what are some key time management tips you have learned, and what would you like to share with women, also mompreneurs, also tonight, especially because they are raising families, they have responsibilities, other responsibilities also. So what can you give us as tips?
I have noted down in 13 tips that came out of experience, okay? Because I got a little bit obsessed about time management for a while, because things weren't working out for me. I was hitting a lot of moments where I got burnt out in the sense emotionally, mentally, and physically. I could not do anything anymore. And these phases would stay for like 1 or 2 weeks, 3 weeks sometimes. And I noticed that there was something wrong in maybe the expectations I'm setting for myself. I wanted to reassess something about time. I wanted to figure out what's the best way for me. Now, for me, it could be different for someone else. Everyone has a different situation, and everyone has different responsibilities. So I don't think there's one equation, but I think some of the tips would help most people in that sense, okay? So I think the first thing is, it might sound very simple, but what is it that you want? I mean, we're focused on setting goals and plans and timelines and being busy, right? So we're always doing stuff, but what is it that you want? It has to be very clear and very specific, and not that long term. Let's start with the first year. This year, what is it that I want to accomplish, that main goal? And if I accomplish that main goal, how is it going to impact my life in general? It has to be very specific, because everything else will fall under that. What I want to prioritize every 3 months, what my objectives are for the week, how I want to spend my day, is all going to be according to the bigger picture. What is it that I want? When I have that, something I learned that I didn't used to do, I fell with that mistake. It was I used to set unrealistic goals. When I say unrealistic, it doesn't mean that I can't do them, but it's not doable if I want to do other things, because at the end, it's not just our career. Our life is a mixture of our personal life, our family life, our social life, our health, and all of the different aspects. So when we're too zoomed in on our career, we forget that, how does this fit the life that I'm currently leading? How does this fit my priorities right now? So for example, a woman who just gave birth and knows that she might be spending more time around the baby, more time not sleeping, more time asking questions about how to take care of an infant, she cannot compare the time that she wants to spend with maybe someone else who are kids maybe older and they have more time for themselves. So I think really looking at your own life and what you have on your plate, setting in the priorities, and based on that, set the goals. Because I think I like the saying is you can do anything, yes, but you can't do everything. And this makes us feel a bit more relaxed and take it easy on ourselves, because I know most women, okay, you don't know how they feel they want to do everything and they get
Exactly. I'm one of them, actually. So now I'm recording your tips because I really want to focus on what you are saying, and I want to like follow your tips.
Yeah, I'm sure you and many other, because I speak with them and I
Yes.
notice there's a pattern that we all have in common. I think, okay, so this is on the bigger picture. Let's go to, okay, how do I apply this on a daily basis? All right.
Yes.
That's something that I'm feeling that works for me is, number one, I identified my productivity cycle. Each person has a productivity time in the day when they are the most productive. I've talked with people, they like to stay up till 3 a.m. and they can do so much work. That's not me. I noticed my productivity is from 6 up to 12 p.m. That's when I can do the hard work, which needs a lot of focus and thinking. So I make sure that everything that is not work related, that's focused, for example, let me organize the ideas for you. So yes, productivity cycle, once it's set. As for moms, knowing that life gets in the way, okay, so I am a planner, but I notice I cannot plan that much. It doesn't work for me and for most moms. And because you might plan for a month or you might plan for the week. But if your child needs some kind of special care, something happened in the house to take care of.
Change your plans.
Anything. And you know that this is something that you're responsible of. So you might have to push other things. And I used to get so frustrated that because every week, really, in my case, there's something happening that's out of my control. I would say I want to take a video, I want to shoot this, something else happens that's urgent, important, I have to do. So I decided to accept the situation. This is how it is, and deal with planning based on objectives. This week, my main objective, let's say, is to make 10 sales meetings. I'm just giving an example. Okay.
Okay.
I put in that timing when I want to do those meetings, but still I am open to whatever happens. So there's always a plan B. And as long as I hit the target at the end of the week, this makes sense. And the second thing is always, the second tip about planning the week is blocking time. And this works best, blocking time. So when I use Google Calendar. So because I like how it looks, and I think it's, I block in first all the things that I have to do that are not negotiable, like maybe going to the bank, going to the doctor, signing this paper, something that you know that you have to do, errands and stuff like that.
Yes.
So that's when that's in, and knowing there's times every day that where you are with the kids, maybe in the afternoon doing homework, you have to pick up, you have to drop, there's an extra activity, plug all of this in. And then within those free times is when we plan our work. Now, when you have Zoom sessions, these are already plugged in. When you're doing creative work, like coming up with a program, maybe coming up with ideas for content, shooting content, this is when we block the time in our productive cycle, either in the evening or in the morning. This way, the calendar makes, we have balanced everything, and we always keep a plan B. Something might happen, we have to push, it's okay. It's not the end of the world as long as we hit the targets that we need to do. So yeah, this is the time management as how to plan the week. I'm saying week because that's how I prefer to do it, week by week. And then, yeah, based on big targets.
Exactly. And we also need to like forgive ourselves if we couldn't like do it all, or, you know, because like you said, there will always be surprising events that can happen with us during the day. And always like try to manage as much as we can to reach our target also. And Lubna, what are your future plans?
I want to add two more important tips, just two more.
Yes, of course. Yes,
That's
yes,
one, which I think are important. Just about saying no. I said saying no to distractions and things that do not serve your mission are not a priority. And I know a lot of women have a difficulty in saying no because we want to please everyone, to make everyone happy. And I feel like when we get to the point of knowing that when we're saying no to someone, we are saying yes to something. If I'm saying no to an event that is not a priority now for me, I'm saying yes to something that is a priority. So I think this is also very important when it comes to
very important. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure,
So now I will ask you my last question. So what are your plans, your future plans in your business, in your company also? Tell us more.
My passion, and I found myself when working with individuals. I like to work with personal brands, freelancers, to help them uncover their direction. I know a lot start because they want to help people, they want this business, but they get lost sometimes as to who they want to help, what's their mission, what's their plan, what's their strategy. And this is something that I usually work with. I would like to help more people, especially women, to create their independence, their financial independence, and feeling like they are more, they are also expressing themselves, because we play different roles. You might be moms, you might be also family members, a sister, but you're also an individual with a purpose, and our main goal should be to find what that is and to pursue it. So I help people in that area in coaching, and also the team and I have a very creative team that works with me to help these brands to actually execute those strategies and content through content creation, through branding, through strategy. Yes, so my future is to grow that and to be able to help more and more people.
Very interesting. If you want, like, to give us a summary of what you talked about time management and all the important information that you gave us tonight. So what, if you can focus on a few bullet points, and as a resume.
Yeah, I think
before ending.
It goes again to the same most important part. Figure out what you want and why you want it, and make that very clear, because that is going to be that power at the back that's going to push you whenever you get demotivated. I've been through times when I felt really I wanted to give up due to many different reasons, but I was always reminded with what I really wanted, and this pulled me back up, even though it was tough, but I would go back on track again. And I think this is the most important part. And second, which is very just something between you and you to say to yourself, is you're doing your best at any given moment, not always, but you will know when you are doing your best. So when you are, just say, I am doing the best that I can with what I know and what I have at this moment. And this phrase, I say it a lot to myself, is a reminder that you're doing your best. Let go of other things that are not within your control. They will fall into place. Life is not a race. Just relax a bit more. I say that because I'm someone who's always like, I need to be doing something. So I say that to ground myself a little bit.
Exactly, me too. This is what I do also to myself. So when I don't find the time to accomplish everything, all my to-do lists, so I get angry, and then after I think like, no, I need to calm, I need to forgive myself, and prioritizing things is very important to be able to do what's most important during the day. Thank you, Lubna. It was very informative what you just said, and I also know that you have a special surprise for our audience tonight. So if you can share it with us.
Yes, so as I told you, I help all freelancers that are trying to start a business or within the business. I'm offering a free consultation session. You can just send me a DM that you have been in this webinar, and we'll book a free consultation call so we can see where you are and what you need help with, and I'll give some suggestions and tips for you.
Okay, and how can we find you on Instagram? If you can write down
Lubna Sabbah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just using my name.
Lubna Sabbah. Okay. Okay.
It's on my.
Okay, and you can send her the promo code Alpha Woman 2023, so you will be able to benefit from the offer. Thank you so much, Lubna, and thank you everyone for being with us. We didn't finish yet. Please stay with us till the end. We will take 2 minutes break, and then we will continue our last part. Eliane and I, we will be sharing the last part, and we will also, we will share with you the surprise that we have for you from Alpha Woman also. So stay with us. We will be back.
Cake in the break room! Cake in the break room! There's cake in the break room. Going away party for Marco! Who's
Hello, everyone. Hello again.
Hello again. Wow, it was really wow. It was amazing. I feel so lucky. We have
Yes,
hosted
me
these
too.
amazing, successful women. They dropped values, they dropped diamonds, I can say. And I
Yeah.
want to congratulate everyone who stayed till the end and heard all these stories, challenges, how they
Yes.
navigated, how they created new stuff. And this is all about the feminine energy, about the creation, about the organizing. You stayed here at the end till the end because you care about yourself and because you want to progress and you want to change. And I think you should all congratulate yourself for doing this. Really.
Exactly.
So
That's very true. Okay, so let's talk briefly about all the discussions that we had tonight, about all the information that we listened to. This webinar was amazing, actually. So we started with Reine Abbas, Eliane, in the gaming industry. What did you like the most about her talk, and the tips that she gave.
She used a very important word. It's about the creativity. And this is what us women have. It's about being creative and going out of the comfort zone. And to succeed as an entrepreneur, you need to be creative. And I witnessed this personally. And it's a challenge for me on a daily basis. And what she also mentioned is that you shouldn't listen to anyone.
Anyone, yes. She said, like, don't listen to anyone. Do what you want to do. Exactly.
Exactly. And this is the problem that I face with lots of daily. They are all ears to outside, and so they are not connected to what they really want. And to succeed and to take your own path, you should listen. To yourself. And this is what I realized with many of the speakers. I mean, Rani spoke about getting to know yourself. It's
exactly
listen to yourself in the first place. And Nadine also listen to your body.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes, it is very important to be connected with ourselves, to understand more what we really want, and to listen to this intuition also. And this is very important. And also, let's see, with Nadine Abdelnour, we also talked, Angela, empowering women. It's very important to empower each other, helping each other instead of like fighting or being in a competition. So empowering each other will give us more positivity, and helping each other is better, of course.
What Rani mentioned, she said that business is successful because they take care of the community. And this is what feminine energy is about. It's about caring. It's about, okay, she said solution-oriented. She said celebrating the success, but she mentioned a very important term that we use as well in our business. We take care of ourselves and of our team members. And this is what a successful entrepreneur should be doing too in their journey. And she used a word that I love so much, abundance.
Yeah.
I mean, we are all here to create an online business because we believe in the power of money. We believe in this energy, not because we are seeking money, but because we are seeking the benefits from it, the flexibility of time, the flexibility of location, the freedom of choices. And women are abundant by nature.
That's very true. Okay, and also Lubna, she gave lots of tips for time management. It's very important what she was talking about. And also, as in the end, when she said that we also need to like forgive ourselves for not doing the whole like to-do list. I was telling her.
Yeah, because you know, you said it all the time. I think, Eliane, I do list to do it all. If I don't do it all, I'm missing. And we are always in doing.
Yes.
Doing. And we forget to be relaxed, like Lubna mentioned, and to be more compassionate with ourselves. That it's okay if we did the best we can. And this compassionate language towards ourselves will be reflected and we'll be more relaxed, not always judging and self-sabotaging ourselves. And we can move far in our business or in what we really want to achieve. I really loved when she mentioned the why, the importance of why.
Exactly. And most importantly, what I learned is to love ourselves as who we are, the way we are. This is very important, so we can spread, if we are in peace with ourselves, we can spread peace, we can spread love, we can be positive, we can be successful. So this is the most important like a part in this webinar, to love ourselves. And this is amazing. If we can do it, we can all be successful.
Yes, and it is a journey, like Rani said. It is a journey to get to know yourself. to get to know all your traumas, your insecurities, the learning you
Yes.
got from the old school, from your parents, all this that is no longer serving you, and to learn how to let go. And this requires lots of facing yourself, facing what you did to yourself or to others, and to evolve into loving yourself. I loved that she said that to repeat certain affirmations in the morning, to help yourself to say,
Exactly.
to say the word, I love myself, for instance, it creates a big difference, and it will make the person become more lighter to move further.
Exactly. It was a great webinar. It was amazing to meet all the speakers tonight and share their stories and their experiences. So
very inspiring indeed.
Yes, they are a true inspiration. So the big question is, how can we start with the Alpha Woman? So to be part of Alpha Woman, an Alpha Woman should be a member of the Alpha Universe project for at least 1 month. She will be willing to be committed to grow her Forex trading career. And she will also needs to be enthusiastic for self-growth and leadership. And now we have a special surprise for everyone tonight. People who wants to be part of Alpha Woman, they will get a $50 cashback on their subscription. So, and this offer is only for 48 hours. So contact the people who invited you, or DM us on Instagram. You can find me, Lama Kuba, and Eliane Ghanem, if you can share also your name on Instagram.
If you can write also Lama, yes.
Yes, exactly.
At Alpha Woman, as we spoke about the 4 pillars, wealth, health, relationship, and mindset, to embark the journey of Forex trading, you're not only getting a financial education, you are building a strong character as well by mastering your emotions, by knowing how to manage your account, by being surrounded with like-minded people, with a community who is always working on being more positive and on growing skills and facing challenges. And also the social selling that is pure optional, you are building leadership skills, you are helping others as well to do the same and to create passive income and to be abundant more and more.
Exactly.
That's it. So as you said, Lama, they can contact the person so they could tell them more about the project. How can they enroll and benefit from this offer by using the promo code Alpha Woman 2023.
Exactly. So this offer is only for 48 hours. Try to benefit from this offer. And as Eliane was saying also, you can DM us or contact the person that invited you. If you want to contact us, DM us at the promo code, and we are here to help you to start your journey with us. I want to thank everyone for their time. And also, I want to thank the speakers tonight. This webinar was amazing. And thank you, Eliane. And I want to thank, yes, everyone, Abdullah also. Thank you for attending. Okay. So,
so thank you.
Okay.
And
so
we hope to see you soon with our future events. We will keep you in touch. Thank you again. And
see you in our future events. Thank you. Bye.